episode of Zoom In, Vin Diesel and Paul Walker are back for the 5th installment of the popular Fast and Furious films, bringing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson along for a high-stakes ride as a police detective hot on their trail. This time, the adventure finds them tearing through Rio de Janeiro and Brazil, running from the law and engaging in one last heist to hopefully gain their freedom. Fast 5.
We find them, we take them as a team, and we bring them back.
Production budget, $125 million.
Let's go.
Production company, Universal Studios. Directed by Justin Lin.
The objective was to just bring in characters that you knew from other Fast and Furious films, put them all together, and have a lot of fun.
Action!
And this one starts where you got Mia, you got Brian, you got Dom. They're running. They're doing everything they can, maintaining a low profile. They're down in Rio.
So they're fugitives on the run. And that dynamic is exciting because you've never seen Dom and Brian on the same side.
We're talking about breaking into a police station.
This is crazy. We need enough money to buy our freedom.
Bring us to a whole nother country so we can rob the dude who runs it.
I want to see what happens when we push characters to the edge, where Dom is saying, look, let's do a heist and take all his money.
This is $100 million.
You say what?
I am down.
As a stealth mission, we'll be in and out before they even know we were there. There's no way we could have even thought about venturing out without bringing everyone back.
Exactly.
It's Ludacris, Tyrese, Vin, Paul. It's a very easy day at work.
Let's do it.
You know that old saying, family comes first.
Salute mi familia.
All the family is coming together as one.
They're gonna send their best guys. We gotta get out of here.
Their backs get pushed to the wall to a point where Dom feels like their only way out is to do the craziest thing, which is to basically go into the heart of a police station, steal $100 million, escape, and build new lives.
You realize we're talking about going up against the most powerful guy in all of Rio?
Yes, we are.
Then we're gonna need a team.
We just assemble that team.
First, we're gonna need a chameleon, someone who can blend in.
What else?
Utilities and weapons, guys who ain't afraid to throw down.
If we're splitting $100 million, the answer is yes.
Most importantly, we're gonna need 2 precision drivers.
You know we got that.
The men we're after are professional runners.
You gotta keep running now.
Running ain't freedom.
So now they have the law chasing them on one side, they have the bad guys chasing them on the other side, so it really complicates things.
You guys have every cop in Rio coming after you.
We're in deep. And we got the most superhuman bounty hunter imaginable after us. At the end of the day, I'd rather go out in a blaze of glory than they would surrender.
Chances are, sooner or later, we're gonna end up behind bars or buried in a ditch somewhere. But not today.
This just went from Mission Impossible to Mission and freaking Sanity.
We stick to the plan.
When we talked about Dom and Brian now on the same side, right away I knew that the new antagonist was going to be one of my favorite characters.
All right, listen up. The men we're after are professional runners. We find them, we take them as a team, and we bring them back. And above all else, we don't ever let them get in the cars.
Dwayne Johnson up against Vin Diesel. There hasn't been anything this big since King Kong vs. Godzilla.
There's a fantastical element to taking 2 guys that represent formidability and put them together.
It's time to kick ass. Bring a lunch, because it's gonna be an all-day affair. It starts off with Hobbs taking his 10-ton Gurkha, smashing the iconic Dodge. It is an indication of the ass whooping that's about ready to take place. He's a unique guy. I find men and I hunt them down and I bring them in. Dead or alive, that's gonna be up to them.
Hobbs is the leader of the elite task force for the DSS. When the FBI wants to find somebody, that's who they call.
Is all of this really necessary to apprehend 2 men?
By the time my character lands, we show how effective and efficient he is. Within an hour, I'm on his ass, and I got you.
Let's go hunting.
We knew that the audience more than anything wanted to see a showdown between Vin and The Rock.
You're going down, Toretto.
Big mistake. That fight scene between Dom and Hobbs, that's just too juicy and too much fun.
This was a dream come true. The idea to take an iconic character, Dominic Toretto, go up against him, one-on-one, we strip everything away, and now we go at it, and we see what happens.
When we see these two fight in one of the most epic fights you'll see in film, it goes on probably 3-4 minutes where they're going through walls, through windows, beating the hell out of each other. It's just amazing.
There's nothing like taking your fist and putting it right in somebody's face.
At the end of the day, I think there's probably more fear towards Hobbs than prison.
The action in this one is basically bigger than the last two combined. Not just car chases, but there's actually foot chases, there's a race, it's just jam-packed in there.
And what I think we're putting together is wicked. I think it's gonna be badass.
That's a wrap on Fast 5. See you next time we zoom in.